Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. Ah, another week has come and gone. We gonna have fun tonight. Tonight, folks, tonight we are talking about the new political prisoner strategy. We're gonna dive deep into this subject because, of course, the news wants to highlight these two on the screen, but we're going to talk about the black political prisoners who are still locked up for no apparent reason. So let's begin. We're not even going to waste time here, folks. We're not even going to waste time because we all love how the news categorizes this as a trade. It's a trade, they say. Love saying this. There's so many layers to this. It's not even funny. Family. Well, let's get into the trade first, and then we'll talk. So it says Russian arms dealer exchange for Brittney Griner joins Putin loyal ultra nationalist party. And this was from 12 hours ago from Benzinga. They didn't even wait to get this popping off. Didn't even wait. But okay. So it says Viktor Bout, a former KGB officer and a personal friend of Russian President Vladimir Putin, has joined the Kremlin loyal ultra nationalist political party. Remember what I said when he released him, that he was going to be under the wing very quickly. Let me move this. Nah. I'll just keep it the old way. Anyway, let's continue. What happened? Bout, who was freed on Thursday by the U.S. in exchange for American basketball star Brittney Griner from detainment in Moscow, joined the Liberal Democrat Party. Its leader announced on Monday. I want to thank Viktor Anatolievich Bout for the decision he has made and welcome him into the ranks of the best political party in today's Russia, says LDPR leader Leonid Slutsky. God, dog. Maybe it's Slutsky, but we'll just say Slutsky. Standing on the stage beside Bout in a video posted on Telegram, according to Reuters. Despite its name, Russia's LDPR, since its founding in 1991, espoused a hardline ultranationalist ideology, demanding Moscow reconquer the former Soviet Union countries. Let's have fun, folks. We're going to have fun. The founder of Russia's LDPR, Vladimir Zhirinovsky, had gained a reputation as a political showman for his outrageous stunts before his passing away in April. The party has a history of recruiting controversial personalities, including Andrei Lugovoy in 2007. Lugovoy, a former KGB spy wanted in Britain for the murder the previous year of Russian ex-spy Alexander Litvinenko, was elected to parliament for the same party. Popularly known as Merchant of Death, Bout on Saturday told Russian media that he wholeheartedly supports Putin's military operation in Ukraine, and that if he had the opportunity and necessary skills, he would certainly go as a volunteer. I'm sure you will. So like I said, I'm glad that Brittney Griner's home, but right now, if they had to do this deal again, I wouldn't do it. This is another way for them to justify going after Putin harder. And this is, NATO. That's all this is. It's Russia versus NATO. That's all this is. But then you have to ask yourselves the question, why would Biden and them decide to release this dude. It makes no sense. It makes entirely no sense to put this dude out there, knowing his history, knowing his affiliations, especially in the Middle East. And all you got back was a basketball player. I just find it funny. But there was something else I wanted to show you too, family. Now, this came out this morning as well. Where is it? Here we go. So this says, Viktor Bout says U.S. prison system inspired by the N-words, not us, in TV interview. In his first public interview since his release, Viktor Bout, the Russian arms dealer nicknamed the Merchant of Death, told state television about his time behind bars and said the U.S. prison system was inspired by Germany's N-words. Bout, a 55-year-old former Soviet military officer, was serving a 25-year sentence in the United States before he was freed in exchange for U.S. basketball star Brittney Griner as part of a high-level prisoner swap on December 8th. It wasn't high level, but okay. He was sentenced in April 2012 after being convicted of conspiring to kill U.S. citizens and officials, selling millions of dollars of weapons to the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, and aiding a terrorist organization. Bout gave his first interview to Russia's RT television network and was interviewed by Russia national Maria Butina, who spent 18 months behind bars in the U.S. for conspiring to act as a clandestine foreign agent in this country. Butina, who has a state-run network, began the interview by asking Bout about his time in prison after erroneously introducing him as being imprisoned solely because he's Russian. You spent quite a long time in solitary confinement. How did you do it? What helped you get through it? She asked. One time I read an interesting book with a very interesting premise. Your conditions are basically neutral. Our attitude makes them either very negative or positive. As the English say, it's either tormentor or your mentor. Who created the U.S. prison system? The N-words. They were moved to the U.S. in Operation Paperclip. After their experiments, they wrote that this is how you break people and get what you want, he said. Operation Paperclip is the name given by the U.S. and its allies to a secret mission in 1944. Its purpose was to locate and preserve German weapons and involved the recruitment of top N-word scientists, doctors, and engineers by the U.S., which brought these individuals into the country. There is no evidence that the operation mentioned by Bout inspired the U.S. prison system. Of course, you're going to have to say that. Here we go. Do you know how I started my every day? Upon waking up, I wildly laughed for 5 minutes. I laughed wildly, hysterically, Bout told Butina. You're smiling, you're laughing, and gets to them more than anything when they see you aren't ripping out your hair, not scratching your own face, not trying to write on the walls in blood. He went on to complain about the food he was given, saying it's not really food based on N-word practices. It's all especially planned down to every detail. There are no coincidences, he said. Asked by Butina what he ate in U.S. prison, Bout lamented about the repetitive menu. It's a standard menu in the Federal Bureau of Prisons. It doesn't change. Bout said, just imagine, for the entire 12 years I spent there, every Wednesday is a hamburger with overcooked fries. Every Thursday is chicken, like bush legs. They're so gigantic it can't even be possible. God. So you got hamburgers. All right. He got hamburgers, family. Hamburgers. Okay. He added, imagine not tasting garlic for 10 years, dill, parsley, wild strawberries. Can you imagine? The notorious arms dealer also took the opportunity to interview to praise Russian President Vladimir Putin and the Ukrainian invasion he launched on February 24th. I am proud that I am a Russian person and our president is Putin, he said. I know that we will win. And, they just go through his history. So he couldn't wait to go in on us, but that's all good. Do your thing. But this is who they traded Brittney Griner for. Now, again, like I said before in my live, I am happy that she's home. But as she comes home, it got me thinking, is this really a stunt? Is it really, was it really worth giving up Viktor Bout? Now, I know everybody's gonna be like, oh, what about Paul Whelan? You know, white people gonna see the hashtag. They're like, oh, somebody's talking about Paul Whelan. If what they had on there was true in his dossier, that sounds like he was a traitor. And I'm not going to get into that. I might just do a separate video on that. But I ain't going to talk about him today. This whole Brittney Griner thing made me look up black political prisoners in this country. Ones that are not able to be afforded the right of coming home. I don't care what administration it is. I could care less. Because we have a lot of brothers and sisters that are down, that can't even come home, can't even spend time with their families. And you say to yourself, if Biden and the Democrats really want that black vote forever, this is their LBJ moment. We all know the classic, legendary, some say it was even debunked, he never said it, but we all know the moment where LBJ said, if you give me what I want, I'll have those N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years. If Biden and them really love black folks the way they try to lie and say they do, why not come out and free these political prisoners? Hell, you got a whole bunch over there that command me locked up. And when I say political prisoners, yes, there are political prisoners, but I'm also talking about prisoners that became political pawns. And we can thank Kamami for that, because when she ran, her record came up. So all those brothers and sisters she locked up for weed and kept them in there longer than they needed to be, they became political prisoners. Biden's 94 crime bill, everybody got locked down under those rules, became political prisoners. When Reagan introduced the RICO laws, all of those brothers and sisters became political prisoners. So by and large, if you really think about it, family, we in the prison system, black people, are political prisoners. Because the circumstances of their imprisonment was due largely into politics, because of politics. And one of the most important names we have to talk about is Assata Shakur. Assata Shakur is still sitting in Cuba, family. She can't even come back to this state because the second she touches down, she's going to be arrested. She has a bounty on her head thanks to Obama raising it. Mutulu Shakur is about to get released due to compassion because he has bone cancer. But he shouldn't have sat there for all them years, especially when you come out with evidence saying that he didn't do what they accused him of. We have people like Ruchelle McGee, Romaine Fitzgerald, Iman Jamil Alameen, Mumia Abu Jamal. I think he's being released as well. And most of these people were affiliated with the Black Panther Party, so we know that America still hates the Black Panther Party. So you got to ask yourself, why wouldn't you do these deals? Why wouldn't you let these brothers and sisters come home? I wouldn't be surprised, family, if Brittney Griner becomes a politician in 2 years. DSB, hello. I wouldn't be surprised. Some is clawing at me saying that she's going to become a politician. And you know white people mad. White people like, why didn't you bring home Paul Whelan? Who cares? The only thing I'll agree with white people on, this sets a bad precedent. Their crimes don't match. Now I get it. You wanted to score some points on the big stage to bring Brittney Griner home. I get it. This wasn't the deal to make. I just read the article. Viktor Bout is right back where he was doing. He ran right into Putin's bosom. And he said if he had the means to do it, he would jump right back into the fray and help Putin in this war. How is Brittney Griner going to help us in our war, family? I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm going to ask this question. How is she going to help us in our war? It is what it is, though. We have over 1 million black political prisoners sitting behind walls. And Biden decides to do this. People are knocking him not doing student loan debt, but these same black folks knocking him over student loan debt aren't telling him release these prisoners. We highlighted Kamami doing what she did in California, and you would think that she'd be nice and saying, let's start releasing some of these people. Send them home for the holidays. Commute some of these sentences. Nah. There's no political power in doing that. Because now you're going to release potentially 60 to 70% of pissed off black folks who can galvanize and help galvanize the black grassroots. You can't have that. I get it. DSB said, unless she has an army we don't know about, I'll say nothing she can do. But what they're going to do, and this is just my speculation, they're going to try to make her the face of Putin's well-documented anti-LGBT stance. And if you don't know what I mean, folks, I mean, I'm going to put something up on the screen that I found very interesting after, well, I think it was before Brittney Griner got released. Now, my thing is this. Russia hosted the Winter Olympics in 2018. And he was already on tap, telling the whole world, I don't like gay people. He said this. He views them as degenerates. He said this. He got protested all over the world over this, and people still went to Russia to go watch these games. He didn't change his tune in 4 years. Yet this woman went over there to go play basketball, knowing this. But hello, M. Flournoy. Shout out to M. Flournoy and Codified Trucking on Patreon. We have this, folks. Now, remember, Brittney Griner was released Thursday. I believe it was Thursday. This was on Monday. So the timing is very suspicious. But that's if I had the tinfoil kufi on. Not today. I will save that for when I do my UK/Israel connection video on Rumble at the beginning of the year. By the way, before I leave, I will put the link to my Rumble page in the chat, and it'll also be in the description box of videos going forward. So I'm going to start using that for the more controversial live streams and videos, because I got to get to 100 subscribers before I can live stream. But let's read this article. It says Putin signs expanded anti-LGBTQ laws in Russia and latest crackdown on rights. Now, again, this was last Monday. Brittney got released on Thursday or Friday. Thursday or Friday. Let's read. Russian President Vladimir Putin on Monday signed into law a bill that expands a ban on so-called LGBT propaganda in Russia, making it illegal for anyone to promote same-sex relationships or suggest that non-heterosexual orientations are normal. The ban was rubber-stamped by Putin just days after a harsh new foreign agents law came into effect as the Kremlin cracks down on free speech and human rights as its military operation in Ukraine falters. Sure. Now, for those who don't know what the law on foreign agents is, it is a law that they enacted in early March that says the government adopts a law criminalizing the dissemination of what it called deliberately false information about the Russian armed forces. The maximum penalty is 15 years in prison. And he also wanted to promote traditional values. The new law significantly broadened the scope of a 2013 law which banned the dissemination of LGBTQ-related information to minors. So he's been on this for almost a decade. And again, those who went to Sochi knew this. They still went. There were gay people at that Winter Olympics. They still went, knowing this. The new iteration extends the ban on promoting such information to adults as well. New laws make it illegal to promote or praise LGBTQ relationships, publicly express non-heterosexual orientations, or suggest they are normal. The package of amendments signed by Putin include heavier penalties for anyone promoting non-traditional sexual relations and or preferences, as well as the P word and gender transition. Under the new law, it will be banned across the internet, media, books, audiovisual services, cinema, and advertising. So, Marvel, you're about to get a whole lot of movies banned from Russia, since this is what y'all pushing. So, Russia's not going to see if they ever do Black Panther 3. Excuse me. I know they didn't play Thor, Love, and Thunder in Russia. I know that. Well, basically, most MCU movies they're not going to promote. So, yeah, there's that. Let's continue. Under the new law, individuals can be fined up to 400,000 rubles, $6,370 US for LGBTQ propaganda, and up to 200,000 rubles, 3185 for demonstrations of LGBT and information that encourages a change of gender among teenagers. These fines rise up to 5 million rubles, $80,000, and 4 million rubles, 64,000 respectively, for legal entities, approved by the Russia's upper and lower houses in recent weeks. So they're on code. As much dissension as there is in Russia in the parties, they're on code with this. I should tell you something. The European Court of Human Rights ruled in 2017 that the 2013 law is discriminatory, promotes homophobia, and violates the European Convention on Human Rights. Right. Uh-huh. This is why Europe is on its way down. Because there's no balance. But we know why there's no balance. If you want to find out why there's no balance, go over to my Rumble page when I do that breakdown. Y'all gonna like it. The court found that the law served no legitimate public interest, rejecting suggestions that public debate on LGBT issues could influence children to become homosexual or that it threatened public morals. Right. Homosexuality was decriminalized in Russia in 1993, but homophobia and discrimination is still rife. It is ranked 46 out of 49 countries for LGBTQ inclusion by Watchdog ILGA Europe. This is all other stuff. All right. So maybe some people could spin it and say maybe Putin didn't want Brittney Griner over there anymore because not only did he see a way to get Viktor Bout home, but he didn't want to be that guy that held an LGBT person in jail. Kind of didn't want the European Union getting involved. So you say to yourself, I wonder if the European Union said anything about Brittney Griner coming home. Or if they made any overtures about releasing her. I'm just trying to see some. I'm looking at that right now. Matter of fact, family, we'll look at it together. I know this live stream's kind of late, but according to YouTube, this is when most of y'all are online. So, there's that. So let's see. Now I put in European Union statement on Brittney Griner. I just want to see something. Okay, so the Helsinki Commission said something. Okay. Well, I'm trying to see if they said anything on before she got released. I'm not seeing anything. So they care so much about LGBT, but they haven't said anything before this. Let me see. Let me see if the royal family said anything on Brittney Griner. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything. I see a lot of our politicians saying something when she got released. Nothing on there. Well, family didn't say anything. Let's see if the UK said something. WNBA. Yeah, the oh wow. So the European Union, who just sat there, I read to y'all, cares so much about LGBT rights, didn't say a word about this black woman. Oh, and by the way, shout out to Beatzilla. Was it Beatzilla? No, shout out to Great Black Shark for doing a video last night showing that the Mossad Israelis and the Saudi Arabian government were key in the negotiations. So, family, don't be surprised if you start seeing lower gas prices. Don't be surprised if you start hearing that Israel gets more money. Just saying. But yeah, European Union, they didn't even say, let's send out a BS statement. Nothing. Nothing. I don't know nobody in New York at that number. Leave a message. Okay. M. Flournoy said, although still careless, I thought what she had on her person were empty cartridges. If that was the case, she clearly wasn't going to be token whilst there. If she did, then oh well. But yeah, I heard empty cartridges, but I heard she also had hash oil on her. But still, this is what I said when she got locked up the first time, and when I did that video on that idiot African chick who went and desecrated that damn Russian memorial. You cannot go to these countries, black people, and not understand the laws there. Anywhere you go off these shores, that's not your native homeland. You are a foreigner. You need to research where you're going. Brittney Griner, this is my only criticism of you. You played in Russia before. You knew the rules. Why would you go over there with that stuff? I don't care if it was empty or full. Why would you go there? Why didn't you mail it and have it there with you when you got there? Or mail it home before you got on the plane? You got bagged at the airport, ma'am. Ma'am, it's not like back in the day before they were searching planes. You just got it through. They knew you were there. This is the Kremlin we're talking about. This is the KGB. You don't think as high a profile as you are over here. And I'm just saying that as a stretch. You don't think they knew you were over there? And think about it like this. You got arrested. Okay, you were put in Russian jail. You fixing to tell me that Biden and them were proactive to go get you? I doubt that. Now, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I think you were only given visibility because the media said something. In the media, I mean us, the independent media. Because remember, ESPN, Fox Sports 1, and all these other outlets were going to say, okay, you got arrested. They were just going to fleetingly talk about you every now and again until the black grassroots and the internet started talking. It's like this kind of fucked up. When we were having debates about like, listen, she still went over there with this. That was stupid, but you know what? She needed to be freed. Then y'all started talking about it a lot more. I say that because, again, we have political prisoners in our jails right now, over 1 million. And I don't hear none of these commentators talking about that. Not one. Stephen A. Smith, you think you the voice of black people. This is what you said on your podcast a couple weeks ago. You said I got a podcast and I got black people. I can talk to black people. This is what you said, sir. Why didn't you say Asada Shakur should come home? No, Jay the informant. This was be. Here's the thing, and I also saw this online. Sorry if you hear that sound. It's my foot massager. Um, this is why I don't like people who just talk on the internet and don't research things. She was arrested 3 days before the war started. People are talking about, they got her out because she was a prisoner of war. How the fuck is she a prisoner of war? She was not arrested during war times or captured during war times. She wasn't captured. A prisoner of war is somebody that's captured, not arrested. Words have meaning. The war started on the 24th. She was arrested on the 21st. I didn't even want to engage those idiots online that said that. But don't worry, in Twitter things, I'm going to address an idiot who said something similar that y'all got to see. Brittney Griner. Oh, and by the way, it wasn't lost on me that, when someone loses time like that and they finally acclimate to society, back into the society they left, that you should give people grace. When people die or, something happens, they say respect our privacy. It didn't kill, it didn't hurt the news to go sit up there and say, hey, she was back on the court today. Why do we care if she's back playing basketball right now? Honestly, she got released. I said, okay, great. She got released. I did my live and I moved on. It's like now they want us to care that she's back home. That's great. She's back home. She gets to spend Christmas with her wife. Okay, we got other fish to fry. I don't care that she went back on the basketball court. I don't care if she's sure if she's not going to play the WNBA anymore. I don't care. That's her life. Let's move on. By the way, who wants to laugh real quick? Who wants to laugh real quick? I did this before I came on the air. I saw this. It was hilarious. Who wants to laugh real quick? I went to go search something for Brittney Griner. Look what they put up. Right here, up in the search box. Look at the second one. So please come ahead and tell me that the media is not playing games out here. Why is this? I thought they loved her. Why is this allowed? I'm asking for a friend. It says Brittney Griner, male or female. Now, we've had this speculation for years. I could care less. I don't care if she is or she isn't. If it is revealed that she is a man, okay, great. She's Joanna Man in the flesh. Okay. If she really is a woman, okay. The only people who should be sick about this, if this find out she's a man, is a man that beat off to her. And I'm sure there's probably a few. But yeah, this is what people are searching for. At least Brittney Griner update was first. At least that was first. But yeah, that's what they care about. So all in all, before we go into Twitter things, I'm not going to stay too long today. We have over 1 million political prisoners sitting in 6x9 cells right now. Can't come home because our politicians wanted to curry favor from outside entities. All these bootlicks out here doing plantation jubilee dances with their skirts up, that Massa was able to bring home a basketball player and feign outrage that Viktor Bout came home. Well, he went home. And think they're going to score points with us. Say Paul Whelan should stay locked up because he's allegedly a traitor. Why y'all not using your platforms to advocate for Assata Shakur to come home? For Mr. McGee to come home? Mr. Fitzgerald to come home? Why y'all not advocating for them? Why y'all not advocating for y'all's Biden to give a presidential pardon to the entire Black Panther Party from the 60s so those brothers and sisters can get out a lot quicker? They could get those records expunged off, those charges expunged off their record. Because we know damn well in a couple years, if Trump gets in, he's going to pardon off all those people from January 6th. You know this. He might posthumously give Ashley Babbitt a Medal of Freedom, piss everybody off. We know he's going to do this. That's why they used to call him 45 Savage. But you Democrat supporters really talk about how y'all love black folks, but I don't hear none of y'all talking about Assata Shakur. Y'all don't talk about Mutulu Shakur. I mean, yes, he's getting out on compassionate release, but still, never a word. And he was innocent. Oh, Jane, the informant. Oh, I'm going to get into that. Because I'm going to say something that's so wrong right now because how I feel, family. Umar is becoming a white supremacist warden. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Umar is trying to vie for a warden position with white supremacy. Because the bullshit that he said this past week with the Breakfast Club and what he said on Clubhouse, which I'm going to play during Twitter things. If y'all still donating money to that man, you deserve everything you get. Now, shout out to Juicy Genius. She said she fixing to go up to Philly and go see what that school looked like. He talking about he gonna have an opening in February. I don't care who don't like it. If you rock with Umar, that's cool. Right now, he an agent in my eyes. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna go that far. I'm gonna go further. Sorry, triple coup. Anti. I'm gonna show y'all why when we get to Twitter things. Well, Drake Miller, hello. Go hook up with Juicy Genius on Twitter. I'm sure she'll have a video up when she goes up to that school in February. I think she's going to go, so you can go talk to her. Cynthia Newman, hello. Like I said, I'm not going to stay too long on here, family. We're going to do Twitter things, and then I'm going to get up out of here. So let's get started. All right. We are here in Twitter things. And you know how we do Twitter things. Every week, I cultivate videos that I find funny or thought-provoking. And I present it to the family, and we discuss it. Now, let's start. Now, this says she thought she was a Disney princess. And somebody asked, I really don't think animals like white people right now.
I begin to pass out.
Get some. Now, first off, she looks like Gwyneth Paltrow without the glasses. But let's see what the deer does.
Then my head hit the wall.
Get some. Get some.
I begin to pass out.
Get some.
Then my head hit the wall.
You're too aggressive, ma'am. You too aggressive. You're too aggressive. Too aggressive. But I like that. Nature says no, sir. This reminds me of the video. This reminds me of the time I was walking to my car from work, and this white guy's dog got loose, and he started running towards me. And I was like, "Oh, here we go." I was fixing to cross the street. This motherfucking dog jumped at me, started running around my leg, jumping on my leg. I was like, "All right, what's going on?" And she's like, "Oh my God, my dog's never done that with anybody else. He usually just barks." I was like, "All right, take your damn dog somewhere." But yeah, I think the times now, you know, black people and nature are starting to become one again. And it's a beautiful thing. JD Informant said he lying to in one interview like a month ago. He said he only opening up the gym, not the school. And then on the Breakfast Club, this school going to be open in February. I'll play the audio soon, and y'all can tell me how he full of it. Now, y'all see this? Now, this American doctor who found out to be a fake, she killed hundreds of Ugandan children. I'm going to do a video on that after I get off the show. That'll be releasing tomorrow because I'm still doing some research on it. Maybe Wednesday, we'll see. But yeah, we gonna have to go into that one. All right, white people. Go ahead, white people. Now, white people. You know what happened
last time? Just drive careful, please.
Why would you do that?
Bro, you know what happened last...
Why are the hueless so bored? People started homeschooling when this pandemic started. I think it's been over 15 years for the imaginary school. It takes dude to talk about Dr. Umar. Imaginary school. Wait, who was talking about that? Was that on Twitter? I think somebody did a space. No, it was Black Alpha. Black Alpha's. Shout out to Black Alpha. Shout out to Black Alpha. Oh, child. I think I've heard of that. You've gotten Young Nine. Hello. I think I heard of that. You got story a few years ago. Yeah. Yeah, but that's Umar for y'all. But yeah, we're gonna get to it soon. Now, I know I can't really play that video because there's violence in it. But basically, what you see on the screen, family, is over my old stomping grounds, Brooklyn, New York. We had another incident where black women went to go get Purdy, and the Asian people messed up. She didn't want to pay, and a fight broke out. Now, one of the workers and one of the black women got arrested. And it had kind of a happy ending because the store was closed for the entire weekend because, of course, there was outrage. Let's see if it'll actually play it. I just want to play the part where they had some black woman talking. Okay, I might have to go back in. Okay, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, so because she did not want to pay the $5 for her melon to pay for them, I messed up. She did not want to pay for them. Eyebrows cost $5, ladies and gentlemen. So because she did not want to pay the $5 for her messed up eyebrows, they attacked this grandmother and her two granddaughters with sticks, threw acetone on them.
We got to leave that part right there, family. Think of how long it took them to put all those cups in there. Screw them. It would have impressed me more if it wasn't water. If they brought nothing but sodas. That would have impressed me. But let's talk about this story, family. So like I said, I gave you the quick rundown of it. Black women, why y'all still going to these shops? Why y'all still going to these shops? I get it that it's a cheap price, but sometimes cheaper is not always better. Why y'all still going to these shops? The advent of YouTube, you can learn to do your own eyebrows. It's not that hard. Pretty sure you could find a video on YouTube right now doing black women eyebrow threading. I'm sure you could. It's not that hard. Look at this. They have videos right here. 37,000 black chick. At least I think she's black. It says brows by Alyssa. Sharp eyebrow tutorial. Killer brows. Helinda H. Almost 4,500 subscribers. You've got black females on here showing y'all how to do this. But y'all want to go spend $5 and get your ass kicked. Are you insane? Damn, I had a whole bunch of people show up. And Flournoy does not patronize the Japtalians. God, dog. Put that on a shirt, Auntie. Put that on a shirt. Think in space. Hello. She said, see a collective, better shoe business hours. Looks more fitting. Yeah. I did look at their shoes. Their shoes are kind of fire. I kind of wish Kyrie would have signed with that. They're saying he might sign with New Balance, but kind of would have been nicer and get a black sneaker brand, but, you know. And Flonay said, I'd use charcoal first. There you go. Salute to brother Torian Rain. Hope you get on the men, brother. Nauseating. But again, this is why I highlighted that statement that you see on the screen, folks. I need y'all to understand what you're viewing. I'm going to blow it up. It says, anti-blackness in the Asian community has been rampant for ages. So how the hell do they know it? But up there in New York City at council meetings, they act like this is a phenomenon. This just never happened. It only came about when the coffee venereal disease showed up. Are y'all insane? Then we got assholes like Kenny Zhu over there on Twitter talking about our struggles as black people and the same struggles as everybody else in this country. Are you serious? And our master teachers and our elders right now have told us for years about how all these other groups that come over here and practice supremacy, now they're reaping the benefits. Fuck that. 2023, that's another thing we're stomping out. Oh, no. Y'all not playing this game with us. Not today, not no day. We will start highlighting all you assholes. We're going to force people to embrace their racism. We're going to force it. You want to play these games? We're going to play these games. Quatman, hello. He said, ain't nobody in Louisiana, Georgia, and Bama getting punched by no agents. Hell no. Y'all going to put the Mark Henry World's Strongest Slam on them off. Hey. Remember, they got a whole bunch of New York boys in the ground down here, but that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to get in trouble. I meant to say Uganda, my bad. I was texting and driving. You better, hey, be careful. It's nearing the end of the month. Be careful out there. Please be careful out there. Those same people think you should be dead on your own land. Shit. Act like all of us living in the New York City tin can. No, y'all don't. That's why I don't say shit when I come down here. I'm a tourist still, even though I'm a resident. And Florin said we're going to have to do a Tyrone Muhammad like Jesus did when he turned over them tables. This channel does not promote violence. But we can agree. But I'm not promoting violence. Tyrone Muhammad's the GOAT. Now, I ain't gonna lie. When Tyrone Muhammad first did it and I looked at the video, I was like, brother, you don't do that like that. And I felt bad for the brother because he got arrested and then they just went right back to the shop. So I was like, damn, you can't save everybody. You only talking about the tables, but that's a lot of acetone. Don't do that, Quatman. That's a lot of acetone. Don't do that. The acetone get on you. You messed up. Oh shit. Wait a minute. I think in real time, I think they blocked you. Hang on. And Florina, hang on. I think they held your shit for review. Hang on. I gotta go back in there. I gotta go check something. I think they held your thing for review. Oh, okay. Now your thing is there. I wonder why it didn't show up on mine. Hey, Quatman, stop it. I am not a New York Naker. Stop it. But anyway. No, well, thinking of space. He said he or she said they literally will have no choice but to go home and close shop. No one will do business with them. I just said this in Black Alpha and Beatzilla's Twitter space. This is why you see a whole bunch of these tethers and non-black folk get upset that freedmen are this close to getting reparations. Because they understand that you guys are going to become a competing economy on these shores and a top 10 in GDP around the world. But you're also, and this is what they never want to talk about, self-segregation. You guys are going to lock borders. And anybody that wants to come in and participate in your economy is going to be welcome to do so as long as they pay a tax. Which means a lot of their talent and a lot of their talking points, they're going to have to either pay for, or if they use it, they're going to get sued. Because once y'all lock borders, how do you get that information out there? Because you got to remember, a lot of these people who went out there and made names for themselves, they had to imitate black Americans over here. Michael Blackson was never going to get over until he said, I can't get jiggy with this. We all know that line. He's lived off that line for 20 years. But now that you guys have been delineating, he can't even get any traction. When the last movie you saw him in? Godfrey, that asshole. He said what he said about Marcel running out on Warnock. Like, how would you hate on that? Yes, Quatman. All the tether TV shows, movies are failing now. I Want to Dance with Somebody with that Naomi Aki chick. They did the focus groups. They did the early screenings. They said it was garbage. They said it was literal trash. Nobody's listening to Roland. Michael Imhotep gets no traction out here. That Emmanuel Acho dude on ESPN, he getting roasted still, and he made that comment about I think it was about Brittney something. He said some comment. I don't remember what it was. I don't even follow that idiot. He's still getting roasted, and that was a week ago. There's some idiot over in Nigeria claiming to be Tupac. He's getting roasted. Family. It's gotten so bad right now, family, for them. Do you understand Nigerians are turning on each other right now? Oh, Quatman, you're going to love this. Some anti-Semitism league just said Kanye was the anti-Semite of the year. If he's smart, Kanye puts that on a t-shirt. But like I said, Nigerians are turning on themselves, are turning on each other, family. The ones that are living in the UK are telling the ones that are trying to get to the UK not to come over. This is what I told y'all weeks ago about them Latinos. When them Latinos come over here, they all happy for the opportunity. They all for it. As soon as they establish a little bit of roots, they all against illegal immigration. This is why I said last week, do not be surprised in a year the Democrats start talking about we're going to have to start limiting some of this immigration. Because it's obvious the GOP is not pushing that message like they used to with Trump. Jay the Informant. Black women should own beauty salons and beauty supply stores instead of being a consumer. Take ownership until the industry. Then I'll respect that whole black girl magic talking point. That black girl magic talking point is not Friedman. I know a lot of people think that. That's not Friedman. That's not part of y'all. Y'all didn't come up with that. That's actually a Tether. That's actually a Tether hashtag. I know a lot of people didn't know that. No Friedman black chick came up with that. Juan saying folks are mad because we flexed and got Brittney G home. Yes. We were the only ones talking about it. Every other group were dissing her. We were like, listen, she effed up, but she need to come home. And then they all started talking about it. But I also left this picture up, family. This shot that says anti-blackness in the Asian community has been rampant for ages because y'all's Russia can play both sides since their country is both in Russia and since Russia is both in Europe and Asia, they can play both sides. Europe hates them, Asia loves them. Right, Torian. And they want to bring up Paul Whelan like they was going to let him come back to the States. Hell no. And I also heard people like, oh, well, Trump didn't do it. I'm like, he wasn't supposed to. That would have hurt him more. Yes, you guys can innovate and dominate. That's what y'all got to do. This is why reparations, they don't want to give it to you guys because you will reinvent industries. Again, you guys can literally, with your money, pal up together, buy some planes, start an airline, cheaper flights, but excellent customer service, and get it right. Y'all will take over the industry within a year or two. until the rest of them say, hey, that black airline is kicking our ass. Boeing, McDouglas, do not sell them any more planes. But y'all have already made the money and putting it somewhere else. So while y'all were running the airline, there were some people on the ground making the engine that's going to revolutionize the industry. This is what they're scared of. But this was another point I should have brought up in the space. As much as you guys revolutionize the industry, what really pisses them off is the fact that once you guys get your reparations and start dominating and really putting your stamps out there, it's going to expose their insecurities and it's going to expose their lack of, I won't say knowledge, but their lack of ingenuity. Because remember, they always like to say Nigerians are the model black minority. They come over here, they bust their ass, they work hard, and they achieve a level of success that is on par with white supremacy, but never white supremacy, until they start denigrating black folks. Okay, great. Once you take that away from them, what are they really worth? And I don't mean, I'm not even trying to knock them really, but I'm trying to get them to understand that they're being looked at as the replacement for freedmen, but right now it ain't working no more, because especially with what happened on Clubhouse in 2020, it's starting to trickle over to YouTube, and a lot of them have exposed a lot of this misplaced racism, meaning they figured that they could come over there and they have this vision of power and they can go into black spaces and just talk crazy to freedmen and those that ride with freedmen. And they expected us not to say anything back to them. We were supposed to meow when they bark. But when they found out, when they barked, we roared on them. And they got exposed. Which is why after that space, they all took the Nigerian flag out their logo, out their name for a few months. Oh, Quatman, oh, I know. We're not even going to talk about the real estate agents. I'm going to save that for my Rumble live stream. Think of it like this, family. Nigerians, I don't even mean to pick on them, but I need this question answered. If Nigerians are so great, how come they haven't established an Hollywood over here? I'm just asking for a friend. Because every time I see them promote Nollywood, it's some BS that they stole from over here to promote over there. How are you going to promote something over there when everybody over there is trying to flee the country? I'm just asking for a friend. You got all these Nigerians in Hollywood right now. Why haven't they gotten their paychecks and established their own Nollywood? I mean, at least I would have respected the fact if they tried to go for Tyler Perry and his crown. They haven't even done that yet. They're just taking established iconic Friedman movies and saying, we're just going to remix it, reboot it, and then you see the trailer looks like trash. That House Party movie is going to fail badly. Family, it's failing so badly they put it on Peacock. They even knew we can't put this in the movie theater. We're going to have a hella loss. We not streaming that movie. Who watching that? Think about it. They take all. Well, that dude, that Transform movie, it does look fire, but that dude he don't. He look mixed to me. I wouldn't even say he black. But speaking of Transformers, the movie franchise before they rebooted it was fire. And they don't like to say it, but Tyrese was a big reason why that movie was fire. Because he played the serious soldier who can make jokes every now and then, but he came off masculine. Everybody else was running. He stood there, was fighting. He only ran when he needed to run. But anyway, let's continue. Get some. Get some, cat. Get some. No music. Get some, cat. Get some. Get some. He flipped that dog like it was nothing, blood. That's what y'all gonna do to them tethers. After y'all get y'all check and they start talking crazy. All right, what's this? Oh yeah, y'all gonna like this. Go ahead, get some. I'm gonna evict you from the hotel. We gonna start this over now. This is in a hotel, and this is Mayo on aioli crime. Oh yeah, I know, JD Informant. Yeah, we know. Creed 3 gonna be trash. The plot already a stereotype. It's gonna make money because Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors have abs and they have their shirts off, so the females are gonna go see it. We already know. But let's see this Mayo on aioli crime.
Okay.
I need you to be quiet right now, sir.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna evict you from the hotel, and I recommend you get out of my face.
Or what?
Nathan, call 911.
Really? That's what you did. You asked Nathan to call 911. Elton John, Peter Griffin told Nathan to call 911. All right, Elton John, Peter Griffin. Good job. Good job, sir. This is I see why y'all are complaining that y'all need to make more bebés. Now, who remembers the and Flournoy, you stop it. And Flournoy, you stop it. You stop it. Stop it. Stop it. But anyway, y'all remember that meme that used to go around on Facebook with the chick talking about she's stepping into a new year and leaving bullshit behind? We remember that. The black woman in the high heels and the pink dress. Well, they remixed her. Yes, they did. Here y'all go, family. They talking about polygamy, folk. Who drew the couple? Who drew this? No, everyone, you ain't got to behave. Oh, you ain't got to behave. We cooling over here. We cooling. But I'm just saying. Let me see. Whatever happened to that strong-faced African Fresh Prince? I don't know who that is, Quadmon. You're going to have to tell me who that is. I don't know who that is. Yeah, they got polygamy. They want that chick to step into polygamy in 2023. All right. Y'all got it. Y'all gonna love this pic. Look at this here. U.S. to restart immigrant visa processing in Cuba in 2023 to discourage illegal migration. What did I just tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all Them Democrats gonna start trying to limit. I told y'all. Yeah, I looked at the trailer 3 times. I was like, that ain't no black guy. Some of these women are side chicks. Just be happy in your own lane. They still going on TikTok at 30 talking about how they can't get nobody. It's all good. But there you go, family. U.S. to restart immigrant visa processing in Cuba in 2023 to discourage illegal migration. So they're gonna, man, the GOP, boy, GOP, y'all about to get destroyed in 24 if you don't start changing your tune and come talk to black folks. They're cool with the Mexicans. They don't want the Cubans there because the Cubans fuck around and take your city over. Look at what they did with Miami. Oh, that. Oh no, their new season's coming up soon, Quatman. Yeah, their new season coming up soon. I saw the trailer. I still, honestly, family, I still haven't watched one episode of that show. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't. Fresh Prince being serious, I can't do it. Oh yes, y'all will like this.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Damn it. Where's this at? There we go. Let's have fun. Black love story in 1 minute.
Clear of the closing doors, please.
Now, context, the guy is from Ghana. But, okay. Not bad. I don't know. Thinking space. I don't know. I think because the dude was Ghanaian. I don't know. Maybe that was a Ghanaian love song. I don't fucking know. I like it though. But let's continue. Here you go. Get some. Get some. Get some. Hey, bruh, just walk it off. You good. Just walk it off. Just walk it off. You all right. Get some, Kobe. Get some, Kobe. Get some, Kobe. Get some, Kobe. Get some.
We are not the same.
Get some. Come on, baby Umar. Get some. Get some, baby Umar. I ain't gonna hold you, fam. Look at this man's face. Don't that look like Umar when he was 20 years older, 20 years younger? Don't that look like Umar? I'm just saying. Get some.
We are not the same.
I feel bad for the critter. Not really. Shouldn't have did that. Should I play this? Nah, that pisses me. That video pissing me off. All right, here we go. Get some. Now, brother Great Black Shark played this on his live stream on Saturday or Friday. Nah, son. Nah. Nah, that hurt. Nah, I know, brother, it hurt.
Get that one in.
You want to hear your baby crying?
Oh, it's in there, Stink.
Nah. Everybody in there getting fought. I'm fighting everybody. Everybody fight. I'm fighting everybody.
You crying too? Oh Lord.
And Flournoy, we gonna talk about that before I get up out of here. We found out some things. You finna do it again. Son, I know he wants to fight everybody in that store right now.
It's hurt more, her daddy.
Nah.
Oh, we done.
Somebody got, we fighting. Everybody in that store getting hit.
It's okay.
Everybody in that store getting hit.
Girl, I can't. It's okay, Stink. It's done. You and your daddy both crying.
As well he should.
It's okay.
I'm telling you, when you a dad, it hit different. Nah. I'm swinging on everybody. I'm glad I went home when my daughter did hers. Everybody getting swung on. That lady might have left halfway through it. I'd have cussed her out. Talking about all these innovations y'all got with, as long as people been getting their ears pierced, y'all ain't find a way to make sure that it doesn't hurt. All right, young girl, get some. Now I like this video because she aired everybody out.
And half of y'all in this church.
Get some.
At my mom's funeral.
Get some.
And half of y'all in this church, she did not mess with and she did not like.
Get some.
You, I don't even know why you here. Because you didn't mess with my mom.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And on top of that, you talk bad about her. I don't even know why you here.
Talk about it.
Because you got a lot to say and ain't came and did nothing for her.
Talk to him.
You, I'm just waiting for you to say something because I got a Henny in the gym waiting on you.
I got a him. She ain't playing, folks. So now you got to air out the family. Yes, sir. This was better than the one where old dude died and then he kind of find out that his side chick showed up while his wife was eulogizing him. That was that. This is even better. She just cussed everybody out. Go ahead. All right, for all you doggoners, go ahead. Probably thinking you about to be dinner. That's why he ran away. She still can't catch his dog. She can't catch his dog. Get that dog. That dog is smoking you right now. To my man. So you ain't gonna help. Get some. Do that dog. That dog is cooking it. You got it? Nope. You can't catch this dog. Wait a minute, you on a bike and you can't catch this dog? You on a bike and you can't get this dog? First off, why is the dog not in the basket, number one?
Agárrenlo.
Say how not gonna help.
Agárrenlo. Perrito. Agárrenlo.
Now that dog gone, baby girl.
Agárralo. Eso, agárralo.
Yo.
Eso. No.
That dog is wild.
Agárrenlo. Agárrelo.
Oh,
Eso.
okay.
Gracias.
At least you got some exercise. JD Informant, we gonna talk. We gonna talk. We finna talk. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. Y'all gonna like this. Shout out to Ava and Preach.
Are you the type of person to tell someone when there's something?
Now, first off, Lord have mercy. We already know. We already knew. She's not a freedman. We already know this. I can tell by the facial structure. She's not a freedman. But let's see what she said. Fair use.
Have something in their teeth? Be honest.
Probably, yeah, yes.
Yeah? Do
Yeah.
you have something in my teeth?
No, I don't see anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jade, why did you reject him?
I think he was very soft-spoken. I'm Jade.
I'm Jane. I'm Joel.
Oh, we already know where this gonna go, family. We already know. We already know. She's already seen the wedding bells. She's seen the mixed bibis. The good hair. She's probably hoping, since she has a red dye in her hair mixed with this white guy, that the hair will be red. It will trigger the red hair gene in his body to give her a mixed kid with red hair. But let's see.
Joel.
Jade with a D.
Jade with a D. I love that. So tell me about yourself.
Oh, you about me. I really like to dance.
Prove it.
Oh, maybe she'll twerk. Maybe she'll do the polka dance. Maybe she'll do the polka dance, because that's twerking, but it's not twerking according to who you ask.
Tell me about yourself.
What the hell was that? Wait a minute. We gotta look at this again. What was that? She looked like she was having a seizure. Seizure. What is that? Is that like Afro beats dancing? Is that what that is? And how he beat? I forgot. It's one of them aioli assassins. They beatbox off beat. Oh yes, and Florida, she lit up when that white boy came in, and he asked her, "Tell me about yourself first." Man, Polish twerk? Nah, Florida, that ain't the Polish twerk. That's that Botswana bop right there. Shout out to Botswana. That was a seizure, young non. That was a seizure. One more time. Get some. Yeah. I think I saw a crackhead in the wire do that for a G-Pack. I think I saw Bubbles doing that in the wire. I think it was season 2? I'm kidding. I know he wasn't in season 2. What was that? What was that? I might have to make this into a meme. She's going to be in Black Panther 3. Why are we watching this, Quapmon? You're going to see why.
Mental health.
That was the video. I swear to God, I saw the real video. She really laughed like that. I'm not. They didn't sound affected. No nothing. That really. I swear to God. She really laughed like that. One more time. Son! Son! One more time! This white man must have been around a chick that had some rhythm. Cause he's like, yes, thank you for the entertainment. Family, did you see the way his eyes bucked? Look at this. He looked at it, looked at her. He's like, I don't want her to see it. 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 Boom! Before she even saw what was happening. Yes, thinking space. She was hanging with Shenzi Benzi and them. Son. Why Kyle Rittenhouse cousin was ready for this? He looked like Kyle Rittenhouse and Pee Wee Herman did the fusion dance. God, dog. He was ready. He was ready.
The laugh. He's soft-spoken.
He was soft-spoken. But
she laughs like me.
Family, that's a great point that Preach made. That was a great point Preach just made. What the hell just happened? Hey. Where's my video? Oh, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. Did they delete that video? God damn. They deleted my video. That's messed up. No, I need that. I can't believe they did that. Well, anyway, we gonna move on. But family, I can't believe she thought that was cool. She thought that was cool. And that white man said, nah, you got to go. And he was soft-spoken. That was a very good point that Preach made. He was soft-spoken, but she let that ride. But because the black man was soft-spoken, she let that ride. She didn't let that ride. All right, get some. I think his face. Nah, they still ain't got no rhythm. She's with them. She was too excited to be around them. The real Africans are not this lame. All right. So Patrick Beverly told his kids Santa isn't real, explaining he wants the credit for all the gifts under the tree. As well, you should. All right, let's play this real fast before they flag me. Get some. Bang! Don't say nothing racist on no train in front of black folks. Here we go.
Don't do it.
This is what the coffee venereal disease. This is what the coffee venereal disease has bred out here in the streets. This man got pissed because somebody without a face panty came near him. But I thought having a face panty didn't automatically protect you from someone that didn't have a face panty on. I'm just asking for a friend. Get some. Get some. Get some. That mask makes you tough, huh? That mask makes you tough. Mayo Zero, Sub Mayo is looking real tough. Mayo Cybot is looking real tough out here in these streets. Shout out to Mayo Cybot from Mortal Kombat. Shout out to him.
Aaron, you just fucking go to jail. Please stop. My back is please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
This is Publix too. Get some.
Come on.
Okay, family. Now, again, remember I said this whole started because somebody without a mask passed by this dude and he lost it. Family, what do we have right here? We have Fat Ryan Reynolds with no mask on, wondering why the hell did I come here? Because my idiot old lady wanted things to make idiot TikTok videos with her nasty cooking. He has no mask on. And he's not saying a word to that man. Yes, his daughter in the back crying. But he wants to show how tough he is because he thinks this is a way for his wife to give him some. Look here. Okay, so you got pissed that a guy didn't have a mask on, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people around you without a mask on. And you not hooking off on them.
I'm not getting Don't do it.
So you had 6 people without a mask around you, and you ain't say nothing, but you wanted to go hook off on this dude. Yeah. Something tells me that he wasn't white. The person that he was allegedly going to go smash out. I kind of wanted to see him get smashed out though. Over there, I try to act tough. All right, you got it. Congrats to Raphael Warnock yet again. God, dog. Y'all out of line. All right, get some.
Let your hood up.
Okay, let me hood up. Something wrong with the car.
All right, let your hood up.
Okay, let me hood up. Wait.
Your hood, not.
Bruh. All right, get it. Yeah. And there we go. That's the end of Twitter things. I know they're live actors. I know, but it's still just funny. All right, family. All right. Before we go, I don't care who like what I'm about to say. But I swear to God, it's got to be said. I don't care if I don't meet this nigga ever in life or I do. I'll say the same damn thing to his face. If y'all still follow Dr. Umar, y'all can go to hell. And I mean that. I don't want you around me. Umar want to run around. I don't care if you're Pan-African. I could care less. I used to have those same sentiments. I said, you know what? We should try to establish a pipeline between America, the Caribbean, and Africa. Since they don't want to help black folks, we should just go help ourselves. I had those thoughts. But then the more I think about it, it doesn't benefit Americans. Because we already have that sort of transatlantic trade going off, but it's the other two sectors are eating off what Americans are doing. There's no fair trade. It's not 33% all around. But whatever, you want to be Pan-African, that's cool. Do your thing. But when you actively try to stop people who are trying to make Black American descendants of child slavery's lives a little bit easier, I got a problem with you. My wife has freedom blood flowing through her. My daughter does. Her father comes from a plantation in South Carolina. So does his family. They need those checks. And that's why I fight for this. That's my number one reason. Now, selfishly, yes, I want the blueprint so I can go to and sit down with Jamaica's on code and say, we got about 10 countries that owe us and 10 entities that owe us. We need to go get this money. Umar's off code. I'm just going to say it. He's off code. Shout out to Black Alpha. Last week he did his Alpha cast and he played a portion of a Umar video where he said his great grandfather was Cuban. So I don't know the rules on that, but I'm pretty sure the rule is you are non-FBA, which is fine. If you're fighting for reparations, you're non-FBA, cool. But when you're non-FBA and you're wishy-washy or you're playing both sides of the argument, I got a problem with you because I had to educate myself on this reparation stuff. And when you educate yourself, you go down a rabbit hole that will piss you off. Because to watch and read what this country has done to black folks in this country who have established roots here, it pisses you off. It pisses you off. And see what our parents went through to make sure that we didn't have to go through what a lot of freedmen had to go through. You can thank them for that. But you also got to also say, after you thank them, you have to sympathize with what the freedmen are going through, because a lot of them still haven't been able to experience that. And since they didn't experience that, it should, and y'all swear up and down y'all love black folks, it should be even more of an incentive for you to say, okay, reparations is getting so much traction right now. As a voice, you got over 100,000 people that listen to you. When you go on the Breakfast Club, you get 1 million views in a week. Whereas most other people struggle to even hit 1 million in a month or a year. People get excited when you get on them platforms. And that should be the moment where you say, listen, everybody needs reparations. Everybody black needs reparations. Especially the freedmen. They need that. I don't want to hear no bullshit about, oh, there ain't no financial literacy in them communities. You don't know that, sir. Because you said it yourself, Umar Johnson. You don't even fuck with FBA like that because of Tariq. So if you don't fuck with FBA because of Tariq, how the hell do you know they're not teaching financial literacy? Number one, sir, Powernomics. I know a lot of freedmen read that book. A lot of freedmen follow Dr. Claude Anderson. A lot of freedmen follow John Henrik Clark, Neely Fuller. All these FBA and freedmen scholars who have talked about finances. You don't think so? Basically, you're saying that freedmen are idiots. That's what you're saying. Either they don't have this knowledge or they don't have the mental capacity to go learn that knowledge. That's what you're essentially saying. Which, again, is a very dangerous thing to say because we already got non-black people saying that freedmen don't deserve reparations because they're just going to spend it on bullshit. Then you go on the Breakfast Club and all these other places and basically say it in a way that you can get a couple thousand black people to agree with you. Which when I saw the goddamn quoted tweets, it pissed me off even more because they're like, oh, he's really saying a word. He ain't said shit. But I'm going to let y'all listen to this man's words straight from his mouth. And when y'all send it out to your people, y'all can't say I deceptively edited the clip. None of this bullshit. Now, number one, you see on the screen, Dr. Umar speaks. He's talking to someone with Cuban roots. So we already know what this room is about. And again, this cocksucker did it on Clubhouse, knowing that a whole bunch of freemen ain't on Clubhouse. So he pulled a Nigerian tactic. He could sit there and talk shit about y'all, but it would never come out. Well, Free Globe said, I'm going to put it out there. Let's hear what Umar said.
How can we get some money from the government? How can we get some money from some white corporations? We want white people to do everything for us. We still do. Even with
stupid nigga, they have the money. That's the only time freemen want white people to do something for them. Hand over the fucking check. It's not that hard of a concept. It's really not. If they have the purse strings, whoever has the goddamn purse strings, the freemen are going to go get that check. Nigga, wait a minute. Umar Johnson. Now correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Didn't Umar have to go to a white bank to get that money? I'm just trying to, or he had to go get the land from some white person. I'm just asking. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please educate me. Did he not go to a non-black person to get that land? Because if that wasn't the case, Umar would be bragging that he bought the money from this black person and we cutting deals on this. I could be wrong. Again, I don't mind being corrected. But did he not have to deal with non-black folk to get that land? And I'm pretty sure the construction company that's renovating it is not black. Because he would be bragging about that as well. But let's continue to hear what he said.
Even with the reparations movement, and of course I support the reparations movement, but come on, we are a $2 trillion people.
Nigga, if you ever say you support reparations, but you don't support reparations, there should never be a but in that sentence.
Why are we not doing anything with the money we already have access to and choosing to sit around waiting and begging for reparations? When you do that, you basically give your oppressor the power to dictate your destiny when you say ridiculous things like we can't fix ourselves until we get reparations. Excuse me? $2 trillion and you can't do anything until you get reparations, but you out here making Chinese people rich?
I'm going to let it play.
Japanese rich, Koreans rich, Arabs, East Indians, Native Americans, Latinos, Jews, Anglo-Saxons. Look at all the people in this country who are getting filthy rich off of black people. A $30 billion Korean hair care industry, mostly fueled by blacks, but we can't do nothing without reparations. We are a people filled with excuses, and we don't want to take responsibility for ourselves. I believe, Brother Terrence, that one of the reasons I have gotten so much pushback when it comes to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy concept, and for those listeners on your platform tonight who have donated to the school, I want to give them an extra special thank you, because we are nearing the end of renovations for the Honorable Marcus Garvey Elementary School and the Honorable John Jacques Dessalines and Nat Turner Gymnasium. And if all goes well, we're planning to have a grand opening for the community inside the school and gym this coming February, month after next. But it will only be open to people who have donated. So if you never donated to FDMG, you will not be able to participate in any of the activities there. So I encourage your listeners please go to my website, drumarjohnson.com, and click on the Cash App, click on the PayPal. The Cash App is $FDMG School. I repeat, $FDMG School. The PayPal is paypal.me/FDMG Academy. I repeat, FDMG Academy on PayPal, FDMG School on the Cash App. Because there's so many fake handles for our school.
Number one, wasn't lost on me that as soon as he started speaking and bullshitting, the numbers went down. Blacklight Revelations, hello. Hey, brother, yeah, hit me up. You know what? I'll just reply it to you. Sorry. Give me 1 second. All right, number one, like I said, you start talking all your rigmarole, your numbers went down. But okay. Number two, Umar Johnson. I knew there was a reason why I didn't like you. I could never put my finger on it. But listening to this again, I just figured it out. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're allegedly non-FBA. It doesn't even have to do with the fact that you don't like Tariq. It doesn't even have to do anything with your opinions on reparations. I don't like you because you decide that because you got people listening to you and engaging you and people want to hear you speak, you don't feel as though you have an obligation to tell the fucking truth. Reparations is a debt owed. You know that. I'm starting to think that you tried to go get reparations from where your people started, and you know damn well they're not going to listen to you. At least the sucker mark ass white people up here, they'll at least entertain the conversation. If you're allegedly Cuban, you know damn well you cannot go down there with Castro in them and ask them for reparations over there. First off, the Afro-Cubans that have been living on that island and established roots down there can't even go talk to that man and that government. I think it's starting to seep into your brain that you've become a failure. And y'all want to say, oh, Tariq is a goddamn, he's a scam artist. He allegedly deleted somebody. That ain't even his real name. He running around fleecing people for some bullshit museum. Who cares? If I chose to give Tariq $50 towards that museum, I chose to give Tariq Nasheed $50 towards that museum. I didn't have to do it. I looked at my wife and I said, listen, Tariq's building his museum. Can I put $50 towards it? Because that's our money. She was like, yeah, go ahead. Are you going to get anything out of it? I was like, I don't think at the $50 tier you really get anything. I think you get a thank you. But, I mean, if he's going to put American Black history in there, I mean, you know, I think that's something worthwhile. So she said, okay, fine. And that was the end of it. I don't sit up there and be like, hey, Tariq, I paid $50. What the fuck is going on with the museum? I don't care. The black grassroots helped fund that museum. Okay, what was the first thing these niggas did as soon as Tariq got the building? These niggas went and searched up the deed, found out that he don't really own it. Who gives a shit? I guarantee you all these corporations that have these big ass skyscrapers, they don't own it. It's put in a corporation somewhere where they may be listed on it, but they don't have sole ownership of it. Who knows? In a couple years, when he gets the money through the till, he can buy the building. Then what are y'all going to say? Well, why did he do that at the beginning? Why do you care? That bullshit you heard, family, this is why I understand why Freemen say, I don't want to have anything to do with someone that does not have established roots in this country. I understand why y'all say, y'all don't fuck with people with a non-FBA hairline. I understand it. Niggas like him fuck it up for me. When I started really vibing with y'all, I went to ZZ over at A to Z TV. We got to talking. She figured out very quickly I was not FBA. But we still collaborated together. And trust me, if I'd have said something off code, she'd have called me out on it. I go back on Twitter, Black Alpha. I hooked up with Torian. I hooked up with Afro Elite, Beatzilla, Blacklight Revelations, LVZ, Gavin Richard. All these people I've collaborated with or I spoke to. You don't think if I said something off code, they would have caught me already? And knowing the kind of grace that I got being non-FBA. And I'm not even a black immigrant. I'm third generation here. Third. How the hell am I more on code than Umar, who's been in the trenches? Who came into the reparations game late? How am I more on code than him? And he's got the bigger following than me. You saying dumb shit like this, and then you got people in your comment thread bigging up in what you're saying. Then you go on the Breakfast Club. You're talking about reparations. Why are you bringing up mentally challenged people while you're talking about reparations? Talking about and basically saying that freedmen have no financial literacy training. They won't know what to do with their money. Why do you care? I think secretly y'all want the government to give them the money, but then they get assigned a goddamn accountant to have everything itemized what they're going to do with their check. Or you think, okay, they're going to get reparations, but y'all should do it like some of these states do it when they get the WIC. You can only get the money on this card and everything's going to be itemized. I think y'all secretly want that. Just so y'all can get the things leaked out and y'all can go run on Twitter and Clubhouse and all these social media platforms that say, see, look, FBA, look, bought a Cadillac, see. Never mind the fact that they put the money in a trust somewhere. You just gonna look for the negatives on there. Never mind the fact that, oh, this freedman over here, him and his wife, gonna put their kids in a black private school that's very highly rated. No, the motherfucker went and bought some brand new tires for his car. See, they just gonna waste the money. Right back to black folks. Oh, yeah, he bought them Kumamoto tires. That's Japanese. See, told you they don't even want to shop what they own. So you, Godfrey, Roland, all these idiots are just sitting up here doing these damn think pieces about what FBA should do with their money and don't give it to them because they're not intelligent enough to use it and use it correctly. Godfrey running out there cracking on Marcel, which, by the way, shout out to you, Godfrey, because you just made his name bigger. But shout out to you for that. You're going to talk about that man running down on a politician talking about reparations. Talking about I didn't like I don't respect that. Nigga, what? Hold up. You don't respect. Wait a minute, nigga. Godfrey. Okay, let me talk to you, sir, because I'm done with Umar. Sir, you don't respect the fact that that man ran up on a politician who supposedly won the black vote and went to go ask him questions, but he could sit there and talk for 3 minutes with a white woman. You were cool with that. Okay, sir, I guarantee I could probably find you somewhere 6 years ago when Maxine Waters was running down on MAGA people and giving them that work. I'm pretty sure you were probably somewhere bigging it up and liking the posts and all that. I guarantee I could probably find that. When Maxine was running around Congress talking about reclaim my time, all you niggas were loving that stuff. Y'all were retweeting it, talking about auntie. Thank you, Blacklight. Y'all same ones be like, hey, what? That chick, allegedly, that black woman who won that Powerball a couple months ago, allegedly. She got about $500 million. I saw people on there checking her. Said, what's she gonna do with that money? Why do y'all care? Why y'all pocket watching people? But let me go on there and ask Umar, hey Umar, punk ass nigga, let me see your financial statements for what you did with that school. How much you want to bet all y'all gonna come after me? Ain't because I asked, it's because I asked. I should know better. As a black person, I'm not supposed to ask somebody what they do with their money. Especially if I didn't donate to it. Do y'all understand that me bringing up Tariq's museum was the first time I brought it up since, I would have to say, at least half a year ago? I don't even bring it up. I don't care. I just want to be there the day they sign that legislation and y'all have y'all little party. Y'all maybe dance in the street. I don't know how y'all gonna celebrate. But then the next day y'all get to work. I move the fuck on. I'm not gonna sit up there and do a think piece about y'all getting y'all's reparations, about them signing that bill. I don't care. I'll do a YouTube short. That's about it. And say congratulations. And probably beg for the legislation so I can go get my money. But y'all over here talking about we have no financial literacy. Freedmen, y'all don't got no financial literacy. Y'all need resources. I got to talk about that word. This is why you don't teach Negroes new words. Resources. Umar Johnson, you idiot. Resources can be controlled, sir. Because remember, a lot of black folks hated the fact that when Trump came out with the Platinum Plan, there was money allocated for opportunity zones. They just kept saying that was a grift. Opportunity zones don't do anything. They can control who's in that economy. The white folk in there can control who does that money. Or where that money, which company gets that money. That's a resource. Okay. Did you ever stop to think that maybe the freedmen with those checks can establish their own resources? You know, I don't know. And I said this in my Platinum Plan show. funds for, scholarships. They put a community fund together and buy up all those abandoned buildings in these hoods before the other groups buy it up. Establish black businesses. Those are resources. Buy some of these schools, renovate them. They control them. Those are resources. Why do you care what they do with their money? It's money. Like somebody said it on Twitter, you don't ask somebody what they're going to do with their paycheck on Friday. Why are you pocket watching people? And before I go, there's one other person I got to get. There's one other person I got to get. Now, I got this man last week as well because he ran his mouth about black folks, especially black men. Where is it? Let me see if I can. Here it is. Now, this idiot Boyce Watkins ran and stooged himself again, saying Dr. King might have lived had he, Malcolm, and the Black Panthers united to create a secure black community. Instead, we were marching to get closer to the very people who wiped out all three of them. Instead of freedom, we got cracked, student loans, and broken families instead. This is why I don't take Boyce Watkins seriously either. Why would you say this? Why would you say this? Malcolm died in 65. The Panthers didn't start until 66, so they couldn't have hooked up anyway. Your argument's already flawed. Then you said Dr. King might have lived if he, Malcolm, and the Black Panthers united to create a secure black community. MLK was already marked for deletion, sir. Once Hoover put that COINTELPRO on him, he was already marked. Dare I say he was already marked when he did the I Have a Dream speech. Your argument makes no sense. You really think J. Edgar Hoover, that notorious racist, was going to allow the Panthers to expand past California and Illinois, sir? You think he would allow the Panthers to operate in Harlem? You think they would have been allowed to thrive in early Atlanta? How do you think if the Panthers were allowed to rock in Florida, how different Florida would have looked? What about the DMV area, sir? Newark. Seattle. Texas. St. Louis. KC. You think J. Edgar Hoover was going to allow that? Malcolm was already dangerous, sir. Even when he changed his rhetoric, he was still targeted. The Panthers had to be taken out because they understood the power the Panthers had. But okay, Malcolm's out of the picture. He dies in 65. Okay. So MLK and the Panthers hook up. Do you honestly think things were going to change? That was supposed to be Goku and Vegeta becoming Gogeta. That was supposed to be it. I don't know why you're writing statements like this all of a sudden. But they're freedmen, so it makes sense now. You said we were marching to get closer to the very people who wiped out all three of them. Integration already happened, sir. Civil rights was not about black folks getting equal treatment. It's been long established that black folks back then wanted to be around white folk. It wasn't going to change if those three entities hooked up. It wasn't going to change. You might just have had more of a pronounced black grassroots movement. That's about it. So there would have been a separation anyway. Then you talk about instead of freedom, we got crack student loans and broken families. So we're not free, sir? Yes, thank you, Think in Space. It was also about resources. But what are you trying to say, boys? We're not free? Is that what you're trying to say? Yes, I understand we're in a system, but you're trying to say we're not free? I don't even get the point of this tweet. I really don't. I don't get it. That's why I wrote WTF. I don't get it. Why did you write this? And you know, your tweet was a problem when Mark Lamoise Hill comes outside and has to check you. You know you got shout out to Rilla. He said you got to fight. If Mark Lamont Hill has to check you, we got a problem, sir.
Get him back. Carl. I said, Carl, you got to get him back. You better go down there and get him back.
Get him back.
Carl. I said,
And then you got people in your quoted tweets bigging up what you said. At least shout out to the people that came in here and corrected you. I don't even know what this means. Like, why would you disrespect those three like that? I'm glad people were calling you out, but do you have people in here agreeing with what you said? Look at this. Could have been a very big thing. Stop playing revisionist history. Damn, crazy, but he actually has a point. What point? What point? He doesn't have a point. Deep, Yoruba reflect. You must have been, family. I think he's still pissed that he didn't get a big ovation at the rally. He saw everybody else get great applause. He's the only one that didn't. They were like, "What the hell?" They were ready to boo that man. But this is what I said on that live. Boyce got to stay home for 2 years and get money. He wasn't out here. He was not out here. Yeah, he does his little what was that thing? His little conference, whatever. But he ain't out here. He ain't seeing life out here. Boyce gets to stay up in one of the hotel rooms in the ivory tower. He ain't out here in the trenches. That stupid tweet he made last week about black boys worrying about going to the NBA and entertainment. Why would you say that? Like, you soundly got roasted. Only people that put you over are goddamn tethers. A take. Are you serious? You must be from out of town. There you go. There you go. Japan, Jamaica, Djibouti. There you go. There you go. Makes sense. I feel this. Another one. These are the people you're saying these things to, and then they come around us and say and repeat this. So let me guess. So Malcolm was supposed to come out of transition in October 1966, get a letter to brother MLK and brother Huey to have a meeting so they can discuss forming Three the Hard Way.
This is a sick Negro.
I really despise Boyce Watkins. I really do. I guess native Egyptian Israel, I guess you don't know Boyce that well. He's not that smart. Really, Jay? Where you from? New York City. You definitely look African. You only have 18 followers. All right. Message, but y'all not ready for this conversation. Well, Miss Honey, now the reason why we don't have any prolific leadership is because they can't have that. That's why they're trying to anoint somebody as the leader so they can have somebody to go after. But since there's no leader and we follow a code, what are they going to attack? They have to attack all of us, but you can't attack an army. Because if you attack an army, you're going to have soldiers that are going to fight back. You demoralize an army by killing their leaders. But again, we don't have a leader. The leader is a code. But this is who people try to tell you that this is a guy you need to listen to. That's deep. How is that deep? And you are past. Never mind. Lord have mercy. Never mind. I ain't gonna talk about people hairline. Mine is fucked up. I'm not even gonna say a word. I would expect the pastor to say something. I really despise Boyce Watkins. So Umar and Boyce, I really despise these two. As older black men, you have an obligation to teach the youth. You have an obligation to not come out on your platforms and say things off code. You have an obligation to tell the truth. Boyce Watkins, you sit home all day, sir. You can easily Google these things before you type it out. This is why you've been called Moist Twatkins. Thank you, Cyberdyne. They are time wasters. This is why I also said in Black Alpha and Beatzilla Space today, 2023, we're gonna have. If y'all really want to get these people out the paint, y'all gotta. I know I ain't qualified to say this, but it's high time y'all put charges on people. I mean, treasonous charges, because between those two men, what they said is dangerous, but it's also treasonous. You cannot sit there in good conscience, read what that man said, and really think he said something profound. You're bringing up dead icons and said they should have hooked up. What is that going to do? But y'all know damn well y'all would have been outside the first shot you got if Biden would have ran out and said, damn, I wish Eastland and Strom and Robert Byrd was still alive. Because I think all three of them in my administration would have done some damage. Y'all would have lost your ever-loving minds. Y'all have been out there doing think pieces and live streams showing everything those men did. And we're a part of. But you feel comfortable putting out a tweet about 3 entities that did not exist all at the same time. They should have hooked up. I don't get it, folks. I don't get it. But enough ranting. Let's do some happy things before I get up out of here. I like to appreciate y'all coming in. We have fun discussion. I know I said I wasn't gonna stay long, but you know, it is what it is. So It's almost the end of the year, folks. It's almost the end of the year. So the sale is still on, folks. The sale is still on with the store. I dropped prices. You can still get a discount, 10% off. But next week, I will cover your shipping. So the 10% will go away, but I will cover your shipping. I will cover your standard shipping. Estimated at $4.99. So you get free shipping and you can have your shirt before New Year's. So I put the link to the store up top, pinned real nice. So get your unicorn shirt, the official Kid Gravity logo shirt, the Evolution shirt, mugs, hoodies, die cut stickers, whatever you want. So there's that. Number 2. Next week, Thursday night. I'm thinking 7 o'clock because I want to go kind of long on that one. There will be a massive end of the year on code stream. Afro Elite is confirmed. Black Alpha Network is confirmed. Beatzilla is confirmed. Torian Rain is confirmed. We're going to have fun that night. We're going to go over our channels, see how much we've grown over the past year, talk about our ups and downs, have fun, do a massive Twitter things, which leads me into next week. There will be a live stream, but I am not going to be doing Twitter things next Monday. I'm not doing that. I'm going to save all the videos that I do for that massive Twitter thing. I also have some guests that I'm lining up right now. 2 are confirmed. I'm waiting on 3 more, and I'm going to probably reach out to 2 more. And there will be a giveaway, folks. I will be giving away one of the shirts and a mug that night on whoever's in there, because we're all going to be streaming the show at the same time. So we would be done at random. So you can have that shirt and mug at the start of the year. No cost to you. All I'm going to need when I pick you is just to DM me on Twitter or email me your address and all that, and you'll get that sent out to you. So next week's show is only going to be about 45 minutes because I want to save my energy for next Thursday. I haven't decided yet. I'm trying to decide between talking about the Trump leaks, about, him getting banned, or I might just do something black-centric. Not sure yet. The only reason why I didn't do it to this week, or there's not going to be a video dedicated to that, because there's more coming out. I kind of want to wait to see if they're going to drop anything about black Twitter pages, if they were shadow banned. So I'm going to wait on that. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else. I did the store plug for next week. Oh, yes. I will give you one name that's coming that I got confirmed. I will have on G-Boot 2876. He will come in for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to talk about how he's grown over the month. So if y'all not sub to him, go sub to G-Boot 2876. The brother's been hovering around 1.28, 1.27 subs for a while because, of course, he helped bring the Cosby story to light, being a lawyer. and YouTube targeted him for it. So if you don't know or not sub to him, please go over there and sub to him so we can get his numbers up and get him more into the algorithm, because he puts out great information that we need, especially from a legal standpoint. So there's that. Oh, yes, Neymar X. Yes, that is going to, yeah, it is a coup. They dropped some more today about him getting banned for not doing anything. He didn't do a thing. And his tweets about 1-6 were not, I repeat, were not ban worthy. So there's that. But anyway, folks, I'm going to get up out of here. Take care, stay safe, and y'all know what to do when the agitators of peace come around and try to mess up your mental.